Hello! Welcome back to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Ruin. A lot happened in the last few chapters. I guess quick lore recap, spoiler alert. Firstly, most importantly, Chimchar's ass crack became a major plot point.
Oh my god, this again.
And then they discovered a human, not turned into a Pokemon, just a human chilling named Sebastian. And then they were looking for an artifact called the Red Dragon that has enough magical energy to open a portal to the center of the earth so that they could kill Darkrai. And that didn't work out because they were attacked by alien mercenaries called the Quagsel. And they kidnapped Piplup, and a random lightning bolt hit Zoroark and sent her to the hospital where she is now in a coma. So Willow/Zoroark will not be playing a role in this chapter. But she'll be back in chapter 5, maybe. Or she'll die off screen, you never know. Oh, wait, I forgot. Piplup was kidnapped by the Quagsel and then taken to the Nightmare Tyrant. And then also, she said that she saw the Bloodhead in the Wigglytuff Guild. So.
Oh, that's right. Oh my.
So
oh yeah, we have a traitor amongst us.
I genuinely don't remember most of these plot points.
I forgot about that. Oh my god, I'm really excited now.
I genuinely do not remember a lot of this. Like when we recorded episode 3. I remember episodes 1 and 2 for the most part. Still, I genuinely do not remember the last one.
Yeah, I don't think you were in the last one as much. The Wigglytuff kind of takes main character role this time around.
Ooh, I don't remember what voice he has.
Of course not.
It's different every single time.
Just keep saying and you're doing a good job. Don't worry about it, champ.
Alright, then let us commence Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Ruin Chapter 4. Interior, Wigglytuff Guild Lobby, Night. Grovyle, Chimchar, Sebastian, Wigglytuff, and Celebi are gathered around discussing what to do next.
The good news is that Zoroark is stable. The bad news is that she won't be able to help if we search for another red dragon.
But we don't know if there are other red dragons out there, and we've been through a lot.
We'll just have to search the old kingdom again.
Maybe we can find a red dragon elsewhere.
Or we could skip the portal entirely.
Okay, I don't know what this Kermit the Frog voice is, but I'm gonna need you to settle down the frog vibes, please.
Was it the right passageway to the center of the earth to the south of here?
Okay, even the Martian.
Okay, that's the quag. Are you a Quagsel? Are you a Quagsel?
Where exactly?
Near the old kingdom, at a place called Zero Isle. Lots of the treasure's been stored there. We won't have to search for the ruins.
You sure? We've been through so much already.
If you're scared, stay here. But this time, I'm coming with.
Grovyle and Chimchar look at each other in surprise.
Wigglytuff, how did you find out about Zero Isle?
I have my sources.
I'm coming too.
We'll need everyone if we're gonna go through that place.
I'll ask around tomorrow for volunteers, but for now, we should get some sleep.
Grovyle and Sebastian leave the room. Wigglytuff turns to Celebi.
Time to get some rest too, Celebi. We'll leave you be. You're probably pretty tired.
Celebi gives a sleepy nod. Wigglytuff leaves and goes into his room.
Is Chimchar still in the room? It didn't mention Chimchar at all.
Chimchar just sort of sat
Chimchar
there, like,
just gets
there,
constantly forgotten. Celebi, your one and only line?
Maybe if I pet a cute little Pokemon. What
It
does that
almost makes
mean?
you think Celebi isn't actually
sounds-
a Pokemon and she's the Bloodhead.
Celebi is impostor.
Oh my god, oh shit.
Interior, boys' room, night. Chimchar, Sebastian. Oh, okay, I guess Chimchar did come with. Chimchar, Sebastian, and Grovile sit in their room looking at each other with concern.
What happened to Zoroark?
I'm not sure. We'll have to wait.
I wonder what's wrong with her.
At least we know she'll live.
I hope so.
What are we going to do about tomorrow? Nice burp, by the way.
The Guildmaster's just slamming beers in the other room.
We'll just have to hope we get lots of help.
It'd be really great if they want to come with us too.
All we can do is help for now. Let's try and get some sleep.
Sebastian turns off the light in their room. Grovile takes a few steps closer to the bed and sits on it. He props his feet up on the bed.
Well, I'll be in the corner.
Grovile and Sebastian laugh. They fall asleep within seconds of their heads hitting the pillows.
Poor Chimchar. I think Chimchar was the villain. They got a lot of pent-up rage. Like, I'd be a villain if that was Chimchar.
He's so...
Wait, should we open a bet? On
Yes,
who we think
I was gonna ask this earlier, but I forgot to.
I personally have my bets on Wigglytuff because it just makes sense.
Yep.
Since when does Wigglytuff make sense?
Exactly.
I'm gonna say that it's Grovile because he got possessed and started speaking French.
You know what? Everyone, put your vote of who you think the Bloodhead is in the Discord chat. Yeah, so that way we have certified record of who's dumb.
I almost put it in the wrong chat.
Everyone says Wigglytuff. Oh, Piplup.
Ooh, Piplup.
Bidoof.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a Bidoof?
Yep. You maybe have played the game, of course.
I know. That's the thing.
Sebastian makes a lot of sense.
You know what's weird?
You
what? We're about to get like the closest thing to a Bidoof appearance pretty soon here.
Ooh.
Except the appearance is him not showing up. The members of the Wigglytuff Guild assemble in the main room. Wigglytuff is wearing a red cape and a green fur vest with purple buttons. His face is covered with a brown, green, and purple bandana.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
I know the AI is probably just throwing colors around, but it's accurate for Wigglytuff.
And everything anything and everything fits Wigglytuff. Subflora nods vigorously and cheers.
Yeah!
Wow!
How many are coming with us, and who exactly?
Well, we have several apprentices, namely, Loudred, Subflora, Spinda.
Spinda is...
You're making it sound so gross.
His drip is so intense that it's killing him. Spinda is a white Pokemon with red polka dots. Spinda walks in clumsily.
Oh, Spinda.
On sale! Spinda!
Good lord.
It's not even words, dude. They're just guttural noises.
Everyone's right. We're gonna have to put subtitles. Even though there's a whole script there, we should put subtitles.
Exactly.
Anyway.
By the way, fun trigger warning, Wigglytuff talks probably the most.
Lovely.
Dude.
You're right. I was like, what do we need a trigger warning? Oh, we do. That does deserve a trigger warning.
Alright, I think
God, I think you might need to tone it down if Wigglytuff talks the most.
Yeah, you might.
Absolutely not.
You're going to destroy your own voice.
Oh, that's fine. Have you heard my Batman impression?
Sam is ready to be a domestic terrorist to himself, man.
What about the other three?
Are you sure they'll be coming?
Oh, what?
Wigglytuff
That was not coherent.
Was not, of course.
Wigglytuff sends out 2 of his Pokemon to find the missing 3. The Pokemon leave the room and then return a few minutes later. The 3 Pokemon are not with them.
Well, that's strange. Huh?
I don't blame them if they don't want to come. Zero Isle is infamous for its danger. You becoming 2 Guildmaster? You must have some reason for wanting to explore it.
I'll be coming. I've done my research and I know what lies in wait for us on Zero Isle. I can't let my fellow guild members down. We'll go without them. Now let's get going. Our team consists of myself, Grovile, Chimchar, Sunflora, Sebastian, Chatot, and Spindar.
Chatot, I forgot about him. I changed my vote. I changed my vote.
If his Chatot, Wigglytuff will be devastated when his husband is an evil villain.
I know, right? They just fucking always knew they had something going on.
I'd rather not go if it's all the same to you. I don't think I'm up to the challenge. I'd be much happier to stay here.
I disappointed you. We need to travel the world together in order to survive. Just accept your responsibilities, Grovile. We're not little children.
Grovile sighs and nods.
Fine, let's go.
We'll be fine.
Oh, Faria awaits us.
Hey, Sunflora, are you scared?
Of course not. Why are you?
Yeah, I'm scared of monsters. I just don't let myself show it.
Oh, well, don't worry. I won't let anything near you.
I know you wouldn't, but still.
Oh, don't worry. We'll be fine. Just stay close to me, okay?
Okay. What is this southern accent?
Well, Sunflora's first line is yeehaw, so I think it kind of fits in this game.
That's actually completely fair.
I think Sunflora just absorbed Bidoof. The party of 7 heads to the beach where the ferry awaits. They make sure to have all the gear they need and depart for Zero Isle. They arrive at the dock and get on the ferry. It begins to move away from the dock, and soon the 7 explorers begin to relax.
What side of the island are we headed for, Guildmaster?
The north side.
And
I thought we'd have to...
Oh, keep going.
I thought we'd have to explore the north side.
The south side. Besides, we just need to get to the center. It'll be faster to start from the north side.
And every Mystery Dungeon fan breathes a heavy sigh of relief.
I see your point.
I wonder what kind of Pokemon live on Zero Isle.
I don't know. Let's go ask the ferryman when we get there, okay?
Okay.
I hope we get there soon.
Yeah, me too.
The ferry moves further away from the shore and deeper into the ocean, heading for Zero Isle.
Chimchar, Sunflora, why don't you find a seat?
Oh, I didn't know we were standing this whole time. Okay.
Chimchar and Sunflora hop onto the boat, then sit down together.
Oh, I thought we were already riding to the thing on the boat.
The ferry moves further away from the shore. You just did a Mario 64 backwards lawn jump from the shore onto the boat.
Well, we land before you know it, friends. Get off the boat. Chatot, get us some food, will you?
I almost fell out of my chair there. Chatot trots away from the group and up the stairs.
So, have a candy.
I would never accept candy from someone like that.
I'm losing it.
Chimchar accepts the candy and unwraps it.
Even though I shouldn't. Well, what kind is it?
It's a rare candy. You should try it.
I'll pass. It's not my type of candy.
Come on! Why not? I'm really in for you. Don't you want to evolve someday?
Why do you think he won't accept the candy, Wigglytuff?
I just don't like sweet candies, that's all.
The group continues to talk and eat as the ferry chugs along across the sea. Before long, they arrive at the northern side of Zero Isle.
This is it, friends. Let's make our way to the center of the island.
Do you think there are any wild Pokemon on this side?
Chimchar and Sunflora walk out of the ferry, carefully making their way off the boat and onto dry land. Grovyle follows, as does Chatot.
I don't see any. I haven't been everywhere yet.
If there aren't any, we won't have any trouble finding the center of the island.
What's going on? Friends? Chatot? What?
You know, if Chatot really is the Bloodhead, I understand. I get it.
The 7 begin walking along the path through the jungle. They walk for a very long time in silence, all 7 of them weary from the ferry journey. The path winds along the path through the jungle. Suddenly, Sebastian whips around and points up through the air.
Guys, over there!
All 7 look up to see a blue sky with a metallic object heading toward them.
Oh, what?
It can't be.
It looks like it's
fallen. It's fallen.
It's a Metagross.
That's a bug type!
Chatot, you're useless.
Oh, Metagross? I've never seen one of those cars before.
I've only heard about them, but they look intimidating.
I'm not afraid.
The Metagross lands in front of them. Metagross is... I copied and pasted this from Bulbapedia. Metagross is a massive robotic Pokemon with a turquoise disc-shaped body and 4 legs. A large metallic cross is situated in the center of its face. On either side of the cross, a red eye peers out from a space in Metagross's metallic armor. Its 4 legs are joined to the main body by ball and socket joints. As the explorers back away from the Metagross, it roars in a menacing, mechanical voice.
What are we going to do?
There's no way we can take it down.
We either fight it or flee the island.
Guess we don't have a choice. Everyone, attack!
All 7 Pokemon draw their weapons and form a circle around the fallen Metagross. Grovyle, Chimchar, and Spinda attack from the front. Sunflora and Chatot attack from the sides, and Wigglytuff attacks from behind. Metagross begins to get up.
There's a path that a shark can steal,
Flame Wheel.
Quick attack.
a Van Whip.
Black Shard.
What the hell?
Oh no, man.
Night Slash! Chatot could not learn Night Slash.
That's why he's the bad guy. I'm changing my vote. It's not Wigglytuff, it's Chatot.
Well, we're saying this as if Spinda didn't just use a move called the Black Shard.
That's true.
Metagross levitates away from the attacks and narrowly dodges them all. It leaps forward with a claw extended and slashes at Grovyle. Grovyle blocks the attack with his leafy blades, but it still leaves a nasty scratch on his right arm. Chimchar jumps into the air and fires a jet of fiery gases at Metagross, stunning it. Spinda uses Quick Attack and strikes at Metagross's body, but misses. Chimchar uses Flame Wheel to strike Metagross in the face. Chimchar's fiery blast knocks Metagross to the ground, but the robotic Pokemon quickly gets back up.
Still not dead. Get him again.
Flame Wheel.
Quick attack.
A Van Whip.
The 3 combine their attacks on the Metagross. They strike its body again and again, but with little effect. Then, it swings a claw at Grovyle. Chimchar rushes to the rescue, tackling Grovyle and saving him from a second injury. But then, Metagross swings at Spinda. Spinda is sent flying into the air. He hits the ground hard and doesn't get up.
I'm a fucking guy. Fucking dead.
Spinda, come on, get up!
Huh? He'll be fine. He just needs to get some medical treatment.
Sunflora, heal Spinda!
On it!
We need to finish this. Everyone form up. We're going for another round.
Everyone gets back into formation. Grovyle is the first to speak.
Chimchar, use the flame wheel attack.
Flame wheel!
Metagross' body glows bright red and bursts into flames. It collapses on the ground. Wigglytuff runs over to it and lifts it above his head by its leg. The Guildmaster spins in circles, swinging the monster around. The other guild members watch in awe, amazed by his strength. He throws it 20 feet away into a nearby tree, causing it to explode in a spectacular fire. Its entire body melts away until it is nothing but a pool of liquid metal. Sebastian puts out the fire with a large canteen of water before it can spread.
Well done, everyone. We did it.
Everyone cheers. Grovyle hugs each of them. Sunflora hugs them as well.
But we still have a long way to go. Let's keep heading south.
Everyone smiles and nods. Sebastian helps Spinda stand up.
How are you feeling?
A little dizzy, but I'll be fine.
Does the AI know that it's Spinda and it's dizzy?
I think so. Everyone starts walking south again. The sun begins to set. Sorry, I'm laughing because I just remembered what's coming.
We'll rest here for the night. Then we'll head off at dawn.
After all the tents are set, Spinda gathers everyone around for dinner. Chimchar makes a fire for everyone to sit around and eat. I wonder how he makes a fire. They all eat the food that Wigglytuff provides. After dinner, the crew sits around the fire and tells stories. Sunflora thinks of a story about her childhood.
I remember when I was little, my mom would take me to an amusement park called Six Flags. We would ride all the rides and eat cotton candy for hours. I loved it. I think she loved it too, because she always brought me back. The fact that Six Flags exists in this universe.
Spinda thinks of a story about his childhood.
My mom was a teacher at my elementary school. I remember coming home one day. The first thing I remember is that the yard was all covered in snow. I think I was about 4 years old. I was so excited to go outside and play in that snow. Instead, my mom told me to go put on my snow clothes. I remember she made me wear a red snowsuit with a white strap.
What does this have to do with the story?
It's just filler. This is a filler arc.
Drunk Spinda's drunk rambling.
The team continues sharing stories until nightfall. They bid each other goodnight and crawl into their respective tents. Wigglytuff rolls over and goes to sleep. Alright. Hope you enjoy the one and only moment of peace. Exterior, 0 Isle Forest. Night. Everything is calm and quiet. A gentle breeze rustles the leaves on the trees. The last rays of the sun fall onto the horizon. Guildmaster Wigglytuff is awakened by the sound of a small pebble hitting the ground. He sits up and scans his surroundings. There is nothing to worry about. Just a gentle breeze. He falls back asleep. Suddenly, there is a loud bang! The ground begins shaking! There are shouts and cries from the campers. Wigglytuff sits bolt upright. Then another pebble hits the ground. Another bang! The campers are shouting about an earthquake!
Earthquake! Oh no.
Wigglytuff jumps up and runs out of his tent. He runs toward the center of the campsite. In the distance, he hears a creaking sound.
What's happening?
He looks up and sees several roots from a nearby tree shaking loose from the ground.
Everyone run!
Everyone runs in different directions. Spinda runs to the tree to see what's going on. He sees several branches shaking loose from the main trunk. He grabs a nearby branch and holds on. The rest of the camp is in chaos. The rest of the people are running around hysterically. The guildmaster runs up and grabs a nearby branch. He holds fast.
Everyone! Grab a branch!
The people run to grab a branch from the tree. The rest of the tree is beginning to shake and sway. Several more branches shake loose from the main trunk of the tree, and then the tree breaks from the ground. The roots stretch out like tentacles, trying to wrap around the people that are running away from the tree. Wigglytuff runs as fast as he can, but he is unable to escape the roots. They crawl up his legs and wrap around his body. He yells out in pain. The tree breaks free of the ground. It starts shaking and swaying side to side, and then it breaks in half, falling onto its side. Wigglytuff looks up and sees that the tree was cut in half by Sebastian. His sword is glowing, almost as if it were on fire.
What?
The tree falls to the ground, dead.
The tree is dead.
Yeah. By the way, this is like completely written by the AI. I have no idea where this came from. The people of the guild run away from the scene in terror. They run back to their respective campsites. Wigglytuff limps away from the scene, his body wrapped in roots. He is cut and bruised, but he lives. He looks around to make sure everyone made it out alive. He sees Spinda looking up at him expectantly.
Well?
We won!
We sure did.
Is anyone missing?
Nah, I think everyone made it out.
Good!
You sound like crap, though.
I know! I will heal!
Yeah, I hope so, 'cause you're carrying me.
I guess I am.
Oh my god.
Everyone is safe and accounted for. They move their camp to a safer spot and go back to sleep. In the morning, the guild wakes everyone up and has a meeting. The guild itself?
Yes, the guild
I
itself.
think I was supposed to be guild master. They send Spinda and Wigglytuff out to scout ahead. They come back having discovered a safe path forward. The normal types of this group share a brain cell. The 7 continue their journey. They walk briskly. As they journey further, they see less and less vegetation. They start walking across rocky terrain. Ahead, they see a massive wall of ice.
What's that? Well, the center of the island. The passageway is closed.
Everyone gathers together and prepares to scale the wall of ice. Wigglytuff takes the lead. One by one, the guild members begin to climb up the wall of ice. It is very slippery, but in no time, they reach the top. As soon as the guild members reach the top of the wall of ice, they find themselves in a massive cavern. It is full of giant ice stalactites and stalagmites, some of which reach the ceiling. The cavern looks like a cross between an ice temple and a house. There is a massive pillar of ice in the middle of the cavern. Several openings lead to smaller caves surrounding the pillar. The cavern is empty aside from the pillar and the 7 guild members. Everyone is quiet. They look at the pillar of ice, the various openings, and the formations lurking in the shadows.
Well, we have to do some.
Can you do that again, please?
Well, we have to do some. We just can't wait around forever.
That was barely better, so good enough. Suddenly, a massive ice crystal stalactite crashes to the ground, just next to the pillar. The ground shakes lightly.
What was that?
I don't know, but we should get building before it happens again.
Everyone decides to begin walking around the pillar of ice. The pillar is at least 100 feet high and 25 feet in diameter. The ice is thick and hard. As the guild members make their way around the pillar, they see a massive opening on the other side. A blue crystalline river winds through the ice on the other side. The water is warm. Wigglytuff looks at his map. He points towards the blue river.
What way?
Everyone gathers together and begins walking towards the river. Before long, the 7 guild members have reached the riverbank. They walk along the river, following its course. The water is crystal clear. It is very shallow, with only a few inches of water. The only plants in sight are a few small, weak mosses and lichens. Eventually, they reach the other side. As they walk along the embankment, the 7 adventurers see a number of ruins. Most of them are in ruins. Most of the structures look like they have been occupied by the elements.
That's a nice way of saying that. I'm gonna borrow that.
Occupied by, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I like that.
There are a few relatively well-preserved structures, but most of them seem very ancient. Most likely, they were built in the time of the ancients. There are hundreds of ruins spread out over several miles. As the 7 reach the far side, they find themselves on flat terrain. The landscape is mostly rock, with narrow strips of grass here and there. There are no signs of life anywhere. It is very desolate.
Okay, let's not look through the ruins.
Everyone gathers together and searches through the ruins. They find a few clues about the ancient humans that lived here. Most of the ruins are empty, with only a few artifacts here and there. Many of them are simple stone structures, such as circles, squares, lines, and triangles. And time machines, probably. A few of them appear to be buildings. One building is made of small blocks of stone, covered in large rocks. Another building is a massive tower of rock. Another building is a large dome-shaped rock. It's the Dimmadome.
Patrick's house.
Hey guys, check out these crazy rocks.
Wigglytuff looks over his shoulder, making sure they are not being watched. He doesn't notice anything, but that doesn't mean there is no one else here. There are creatures here that no human has ever seen. There are many possible dangers here. They keep looking through the ruins. Suddenly, the guildmaster stops. He points towards a small building. He signals the others to follow him. They follow him. They enter the building, walking up to a single small room.
Is this it?
Yes.
Everyone looks at the room. They see a single large lever. Wigglytuff walks up to it. He looks at the lever. He looks at the wall. He notices something. He presses the lever. The room is
presses the lever.
I don't know. The room is plunged into darkness. The lever has caused a shaft to drop into the room. The group can now be seen by whatever lurks in the darkness.
Well, this is where all paths diverge. I'm going down this shaft.
So the AI basically says Wigglytuff is leaving them, but then everyone follows just to make things. I gotta interpret the text here. He walks over to the shaft, pressing the lever in the darkness. After a moment, the shaft drops another 3 feet, plunging the group into even further darkness.
Good thing we have light.
Yeah, good thing. They descend the shaft for what seems like hours. Eventually, they reach the bottom.
Please! We made it on the bottom.
At the bottom of the shaft, they find a dark, dank, damp chamber. The floor of the chamber is made of stone and concrete. The walls of the chamber are made of stone and concrete. The ceiling of the chamber is made of stone and concrete. The only source.
Why didn't you add that line, Flair?
What? The only.
The stone and concrete of the chamber is made of stone and concrete.
I have to make sure it's not popcorn ceiling.
The popcorn ceiling's made out of concrete.
The only source of light in the room is coming from a single candle. We lost Chimchar again.
Well,
we made it to the bottom. Let's get going.
He looks at the candle. The candle is very old and has a large crack down it. The guildmaster takes the candle. He lights it the old-fashioned way by dropping flint into the candle.
The old-fashioned way.
Wigglytuff, that's not how physics works. Also, you don't need a candle.
Talks to Wigglytuff. Chatot replies, "What is it?"
I think we should leave the candle lit and just let it burn.
Why?
Well, I think that whoever made this place knew what they were doing.
They were people, though. They didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Casually insults humans in front of the human.
I know,
yeah.
Wigglytuff is
forget, like,
racist
what's it
against
called?
humans.
Yeah, but look around. There's no dust. This wasn't built by animals or insects.
Yeah.
Insects are animals.
I was there when we built the wall. Who's to say the people made this... Who's to say the people who made this didn't do it in a day? Or a week? Or...
They didn't.
They might have.
No, they didn't.
You can be so sure of that.
You're right, I can, apparently. And you can be so sure of the opposite.
You're just trying to get a rise out of me.
I'm not.
You're right, we should just leave the candle lit.
I've got the candle. Let's go.
Everyone starts walking. The candle flickers and casts strange shadows on the walls. Spinda looks at the shadows as if they contain hidden messages.
Do you think we should put up more candles?
Maybe we should leave the candle burning.
We should just leave it lit.
Yeah, let's just leave it lit.
I hate this scene.
I know. Like I said, I considered cutting it. They
Why
could.
isn't it you
No,
monster?
this is just.
The
It's a
scene is
cursed candle.
great.
But it's like, I also feel like, is there some foreshadowing here? I'm not positive. I think there could be, but I don't know. They continue walking. After a while, Spinda comes up behind Chatot and whispers in his ear.
Chatot?
Shush! I think I see something.
Me too.
Oh god, I think it's this scene. Both look ahead in the darkness. There's something over there.
Yeah.
Wow, is there a hill in front of us?
I think...
Wigglytuff.
I know.
Everyone stops.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, I definitely heard that.
Everyone listens. Silence.
Everyone silences.
And from farther away, they hear a whispering chorus.
Oh,
The chorus
no.
is chanting numbers. All right,
Here we go.
let's try to whisper this together. 9, 8, 8, 8, 8, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4.
Welcome to the worst ASMR of your life.
Saying something.
Who is wheezing like that? Are you okay?
We still got more to go, guys. Pull it together.
Okay.
Halfway there. Living on a prayer.
Did you just say ah?
What? No, is it?
Wigglytuff is infecting us all.
It's saying something.
Yeah, it's saying something about us.
It is?
The whispering continues. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I couldn't read any of that. I was laughing. That's a nice argument you have there. However, IP 98765.
That's our location.
What is it saying?
It's saying we are on a pathway leading to the Earth's core.
What? How?
I think it's using the numbers to tell us where we are in the journey.
Maybe their coordinates.
Maybe Maybe it's our location on the spiral pathway to the planet's core.
Great! So where is this pathway exactly? What?
We'll have to follow it till we hit the core.
So we head for the coordinates?
Yeah.
Silence. Then a voice, loud and clear. You guys wanted me to read this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Attention all Migrations! The Pokemon stop. You are now entering the Earth's core. You have been chosen to complete the great task the ancients foretold. The core is where the energy of the planet is. It will sustain the planet, powering all life. The planet will become red hot, and the core will remain eternally hot. You will go through a natural cooling process, but your body will be able to survive this. You must complete the great cycle and return to space, leaving no trace of your passage here. Any who do not obey will be crushed to nothing by the immense pressure. Only you can save the planet. Do not fail. Return to space. Do not give in to your fears, or you will fail. Return to space. The voice stops, then the silence returns.
I don't think we should continue.
We need to. We need to get to the center of the Earth and stop the Nightmare Tyrant.
We have to go on. We can't just give up now.
I'm not comfortable.
I'm not comfortable either.
We have to do it. The voices.
We'll follow the coordinates.
Fine! Let's go! Ah!
Everyone follows. It's a long walk. Walking through the darkness takes some time. But I just realized, darkness? Time?
Oh my gosh, is this Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance?
That's exactly what I was thinking, Sam. That is 100% exactly what I was thinking.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna...
Right on the
Oh
line.
my gosh. We're gonna have darkness within darkness.
There is no natural light on this path. The chimes, when they arrive, are very bright and are easily heard. The pathway is very narrow, and the walls are tall and smooth. Probably
And made of stone and concrete.
I was about to say, probably because they are made of stone and concrete. Grovyle uses his tail to keep balance.
Are you okay,
Why does
Chimchar?
Grovyle need to keep balance? Why is there chimes? What is happening?
We're doing the trial to save the planet, where it becomes red hot and we go through a cooling process. I don't. And then we're going to space, of course. Can't forget about that part. We're
Why
going to
does this
space
feel
after
like
too.
what I assume Earthbound is like?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a little tired.
Me too. I mean, I woke up at 8:30 a.m. That's like 4 hours earlier than I want to. So.
The chimes continue to play, distant but very clear.
I hear something.
Me too.
Is that a river?
It's very loud.
Sounds like a waterfall.
We're almost there.
I hear it now.
The water's very cold.
Yeah.
They come into a large circular room with bright, colorful tiled floors. The walls are also brightly colored. There are a few stairs going up next to a wall. A large orb of water is circling a small blue creature inside it. In the middle of the room is a large, round pit with the blue creature sitting on the edge of it.
Oh! Is that a parasite?
No, it's a blue Pokemon.
Well, what's it doing in there? Ah!
So I'm just making sure my Audacity is still working and that my ears are still working.
Yeah, that's fair.
Chimchar, Spinda, and Grovyle point their ears.
When their ears.
Chimchar, Spinda, and Grovyle point their ears at the orb.
It's Piplup.
What? How on earth did she get in there?
I heard she was captured.
We have to save her.
Yeah.
Well, I was through that.
We need to kill the Nightmare Tyrant. Let's hurry!
Oh, I'm sure you'd love that, Bloodhead.
Yeah, that's us.
Wait, why is there a comma between me and 2? Me, too.
I'm going to save Piplup.
Me too.
Oh, okay. Now that we're all sliding, let's act.
The guild members begin looking for Darkrai. They make their way to a large cave formation.
There he is!
I see him.
Subflora. I see him too.
I see him.
Okay, what are we gonna do?
Wigglytuff grins evilly.
I fucking wait. Shit. Oh,
We're going to use the power of friendship to destroy the Nightmare Tyrant.
What a juxtaposition.
You heard the guild master. It's definitely not the Bloodhead. Let's do this.
Grovyle, Wigglytuff, Spinda, Chimchar, Wait, I put Wigglytuff in twice. I put this is my...
He's multiplying.
This was my...
Wigglytuff slightly to the left.
Yeah.
This was my fault because I had to keep putting in all of the characters to remind the AI who's there. So I guess there's 2 Wigglytuffs now. Grovyle, Wigglytuff, Spinda, Chimchar, Sebastian, Chatot, and Wigglytuff! 2! All charge Darkrai at once! Darkrai turns around when he hears them charging.
Oh, this will end badly.
He begins to create a spiral of negative energy around himself. Darkrai laughs as Grovyle is knocked away by the negative energy.
Yo, is my character dying again? Let's go!
Wigglytuff tries to attack, but is stopped by Darkrai's laughter. Chimchar charges forward with a furious battle cry, but is hit with another laugh and knocked away. Sebastian runs up to attack, but is hit with a third laugh and sent flying. Spinda tries to attack, but is hit by a laugh and flies into the air. Darkrai snaps his fingers, and a large crowd of Quaxel minions comes running to help defend him.
Defeat them, and your pay will be doubled. That's cold.
Grovyle is punched back by one of the Quaxel. Grovyle looks at the others and grimaces.
We're never going to beat him.
Wigglytuff looks at his friends.
We got rid of the anger. We need to use the strength of friendship.
And yes, all this friendship stuff was made by the AI. All 6 of them look at Wigglytuff. Grovyle looks at the Quaxel minions coming to reinforce Darkrai.
He has enough reinforcements. There's no way we can win.
We can win. We can do this.
The other 5 give Wigglytuff a look.
I guess we don't have much of a choice.
What are you going to do, Master?
I'm gonna do what friends do. Together we will defeat the Nightmare Tyrant.
Wigglytuff attacks with a determined look on his face. He uses a hyper voice attack on the nearest Quaxel. Oh, that's how Darkrai was attacking, by laughing. Chimchar follows up with a flamethrower attack to finish off the minion. Chimchar and Wigglytuff work together and cause a lot of damage to the Quaxel army.
Run away!
Darkrai growls as the Quaxel reinforcements run away in terror.
Yahoo!
Wigglytuff smiles. Yes, there's a formatting issue here, ignore it.
Now let's finish up Darkrai!
All of the guild members attack Darkrai at once. Darkrai stretches out his arms and blocks them all off with a barrier of dark energy.
fools! I will kill all of you! All of you!
Sebastian looks right at Darkrai and shouts,
Don't you dare hurt anyone, you miserable bastard!
You aren't nearly as strong as I thought you were.
Let me show you that I'm not so weak.
Sebastian uses a growl.
Don't you dare hurt anyone!
The guild members approach Darkrai and line up with their weapons ready. They all strike the dark barrier at once. All of them hit the dark barrier at the same time. Each of them hit it the exact way. The barrier cracks and crumbles. One of the guild members, a man named Spinda, steps forward. He points his sword at Darkrai.
Now let's finish you off, you bastard!
Spinda and Darkrai have some sort of beef. The others follow Spinda's lead and attack. Darkrai fights back with a laugh. He throws a bunch of knives at the guild members. Chimchar is stabbed by a knife and falls on one knee. Wigglytuff tries to attack with a hyper voice and lands a critical hit on Darkrai. He crumples to the ground.
I'm not going to let you kill me, you fools!
Then stop laughing, you bastard!
No. You're going to die today, Darkrai.
And with a great deal of effort, Spinda swings his sword at Darkrai. Darkrai moves with incredible speed and blocks it with his dark barrier.
Dark, I see you are no weakling.
Darkrai grabs Spinda and throws him through the air.
No.
Spinda lands right on Chimchar. Chimchar falls to the ground and tries to stand up.
What?
Darkrai! You monster! Ah!
Wigglytuff fires a hyper voice at him.
Ah!
Wigglytuff charges at him.
Yeah!
Darkrai dashes forward and grabs Wigglytuff and throws him off his feet.
I am not the enemy you think I am.
Chimchar slowly gets back up to his feet.
Darkrai, you can't fool me. You're not my friend.
Then I will show you my true nature.
Darkrai raises his arms up to the sky and lets out a roar.
Ah! Black rain!
Globs of dark energy rain down on the party. The guild members run for shelter. Wigglytuff stands his ground.
Ah! Robot was right there! Of nothing else! I'm so dead! Ah!
Chatot runs over and picks up a large rock.
Meow! Everyone! Ah!
Keep in mind, Chatot is a parrot. They all hide behind the nearest rock and prepare to fight.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Wigglytuff. He's gonna kill us all.
Oh, I know what I'm doing!
To everyone's surprise, Chatot lifts up the boulder with his beak and somehow throws it at Darkrai. Darkrai laughs and catches it with his hand.
Nice throw, little one. You've got potential. Now, why don't you run while you still can?
Chimchar runs over and hits Darkrai in the chest with a fire punch attack. It doesn't seem to hurt Darkrai much. He laughs again and throws the boulder. The boulder hits Chatot right in the head, knocking him unconscious.
Ooh.
Darkrai then turns to Chimchar and finishes him off with a Dark Void attack. Chimchar collapses to the ground.
Why'd you do that?
You're not letting me explain.
Like we let you, Grovile. Let's go.
The two rush towards Darkrai, swords at the ready. Darkrai raises up his arms and raises a ball of black energy. It smashes into Grovile, sending him flying into the cave's wall. Sebastian slashes at Darkrai with his sword. Darkrai catches it with his arm and sends it flying out of his grasp. Literally Senator Armstrong. He then releases another ball of energy, which causes Sebastian to fall to the ground.
You might be the strongest in your region, but compared to my powers, you're nothing.
Grovile groggily gets up from the ground. Sunflora quickly heals him. Wigglytuff and Spinda join the two as they attack Darkrai. He releases more balls of energy at him, but they are quick enough to block them with their swords.
I've got an idea.
What's that?
I know how to finish him off.
Girl Violence and Flora look at each other, worried. Spinda continues.
With that fire? With fire.
What do you mean?
Use Dark Void against him, of course.
But we don't know how to use it.
Just make him use it. Trust me.
And so Girl Violence and Flora attack. They both use Leaf Blade to make their attacks more powerful and cause tons of damage. Darkrai attempts to release more Dark Voids, but before he can, two things happen. First, he cannot release them fast enough, and they hit nothing but empty air. Then, Spinda runs forward, glowing.
Copycat attack, go!
Can Spinda learn Copycat?
Yes!
Okay, cool.
I checked.
That's actually cool.
Spinda mimics Darkrai's powers using his technique and fires a Dark Void of his own. Not expecting this, Darkrai succumbs to the Dark Void and falls asleep. Girl Violence and Flora unleash their leaves, letting the energy flow through their bodies and doing massive damage to Darkrai. Just a quick side note, the AI is the one that said use Dark Void against him, and I'm like, how are they going to do that? And I'm like, oh wait, can Spinda learn Copycat? Yes he can. Alright, we're going with that.
That is good.
Wow.
That is good.
Ah.
Now finish him off.
Stop!
Before they can attack, a jet of water cuts off the space between Darkrai and his attackers. Standing at the cave's entrance is none other than Piplup.
Piplup?
I remember what I must do. I must save you all.
What are you talking about?
Darkrai isn't our enemy. Our true enemy is the Bloodhead.
The one who enslaved Zoroark and Sebastian?
Yes, he's been manipulating us all this time.
And where is he?
Right there.
Piplup raises a flipper and points it at one of them. They turn their heads and see that she is pointing squarely at Chimchar.
What? No!
Damn, all of us are stupid.
None of you predicted it. And pretty soon, I'm the one who decided it would be Chimchar, and I am going to explain why it's Chimchar after this scene. And it's going to make a surprising amount of sense.
It's because they all made fun of him and for his butt.
His booty
and
cracked.
stuff, and he was being used, and they forget him.
He's a liar with a
I am in
pants on
such
fire.
shock I can't even berate you for bringing up his ass again.
He's got his pants are literally on fire, guys. He's a liar.
He's a liar.
What if his booty fire is the alter ego?
I can fix
Oh my
him.
god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let's give Casey a moment to have an existential crisis, and then Bloodhead, you can read.
I was literally like, I said to you, Flair, like, oh my gosh, it'd be so interesting if it were Chimchar, but oh my god.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I decided
I'll
that
do
this was decided months ago.
Me? But I still have not done anything wrong.
Chimchar gets up off the cave floor, having just woken up from Darkrai's Dark Void attack a moment ago.
You've been possessed by the Bloodhead. He controls your actions. I've seen it.
Well, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Then maybe this will make it clear.
Piplup puts her flippers together and fires a pink beam of light straight at Chimchar. Chimchar's corpse falls to the ground, lifeless. Out of it emerges a small, gray, shadowy figure. It has orange-red eyes with yellow pupils. It has 3 horns on its head dripping with blood. The rest of his shadowy-like body is also oozing blood. It's the Bloodhead.
I mean, Chimchar was acting really suspicious in the very first
Oh
episode.
yeah, I forgot about that.
So.
Alright, I think I can explain why it's Chimchar now. So do you guys remember when I said that the hospital scene was the most important thing ever, and that it would foreshadow the biggest plot twist? Yeah, I wasn't lying. How is it that Chimchar can have his leg be amputated and still functional? Because he was never alive!
Someone just
Oh my
texted
gosh.
me.
And even Zoroark said, or Zorua at the time, she said that the Bloodhead is a ghost.
It's a G-host! It's a G-host!
Ooh.
Oh my god.
You had
This
so
is
much
some
time
Xenoblade
figuring
level
out
twists.
everything, putting all the pieces together, and it's the reason why there are so many formatting errors on this page where
Yeah.
all this is revealed.
Is that my shadow? Ah!
I really thought that was also a Marshadow at first, the way you were describing it.
Yeah.
Who voices the Bloodhead?
You.
Do not use that name to describe me.
What did you do to Chimchar?
The Chimchar you knew was never alive. Chimchar is dead. I stole his soul and possessed his corpse to deceive you all. You didn't question me because you thought I was a member of the trusted Wigglytuff Guild. Everything was all part of my perfect plan to kill Dusk Noir and Darkrai. Under my spell or not, you've all been doing my bidding this whole time.
Was ridiculous. Ah! We've been fighting 5 by 5 with Chimchar. Ah!
And you'll continue to fight beside him. In hell!
No.
Piplup points at a spot behind Bloodhead. Out from it emerges a shadowy cloaked figure. Bloodhead turns around and sees it.
Stop! Do not interfere.
Bloodhead roars in anger.
Darkrai.
Darkrai fires a dark void at the Bloodhead, but he quickly dodges it by melting into the shadows and reappearing on the other side of the cave.
I controlled Chimchar because I thought it would be the best way to defeat the Wigglytuff Guild. But this is not how things were supposed to go.
Then what did you have in mind?
Isn't it obvious? I want your soul, Darkrai.
You're insane.
Not at all. I'll show you.
Bloodhead runs full speed towards Darkrai. Darkrai raises his sword, but isn't fast enough. Bloodhead hits Darkrai, and in one swing, he severs Darkrai's left horn that he apparently had and causes him to collapse to his knees. Darkrai is still alive, but he can't get up.
We need to defend Darkrai. Don't let the Bloodhead get his blood on you or you'll fall under his control. And if Bloodhead knocks you out, he can steal your soul.
Mama! What did him?
I'm gonna put epic music over this, and your voice is just gonna ruin all of it. I can't wait. The rest of the guild follows Piplup into the fray. Bloodhead attempts to slay Wigglytuff, but an attack by Grovyle causes him to fall to the ground, barely avoiding Wigglytuff's tail. Bloodhead gets back up and charges towards Wigglytuff, ready to use his shadow to strike.
Look! Knock him down before he gets his blood on you!
I'll try, but I can't do it alone. You'll have to help.
Let's get him.
Both Grovyle and Wigglytuff attack, but Bloodhead quickly dodges. He fires a stream of shadowy dust, and they cannot see where he goes. Before they can regroup, he appears behind them again, and the attack is useless. He knocks Grovyle and Wigglytuff to the floor. Grovyle is unconscious, but Wigglytuff wakes up. He fires a continuous stream of
Excuse me?
He fires a continuous stream of electricity from his tongue, but Bloodhead moves out of the way.
Sebastian, guard Grovyle.
Sebastian doesn't move. Instead, he responds by removing his hat. He reveals that his head is covered in dried blood, indicating that he has been under the control of the Bloodhead the whole time.
Oh shit. You too.
Surrender now, Piplup. The Bloodhead's power is irresistible.
Not a chance. I'm not gonna let you have Darkrai's soul.
Oh, you will. You will.
Wigglytuff stands near the unconscious Grovyle to protect his soul, while Sunflora tries to heal the unconscious Chatot. Spinda and Darkrai join Piplup to fight against Sebastian and Bloodhead. Bloodhead uses his control over darkness to launch dozens of shadows at the group. Grovyle attempts to stand, but is hit by multiple shadows. Sebastian and Piplup knock each other to the ground. Sunflora casts a healing spell at Chatot, but Sebastian uses his control over darkness to send a shadow to soak the light in the room. Sunflora's casting is cut short.
Shadow attack!
Darkness covers the room.
Chatot!
Chatot awakens, but is too wounded to fight. He cries out in his pain. Piplup helps him up.
You were foolish to use darkness against I, the Master of the Night.
Darkrai fires a stream of shadows at Bloodhead. He sends his shadowy dust at Bloodhead. Bloodhead sends his shadows at Darkrai, but Darkrai moves out of the way. Darkrai uses his dark energy blast to strike at Sebastian. Then he uses shadows to strike at Bloodhead. Bloodhead fights him with electricity. He charges lightning around his fists and strikes with Thunder Punch.
I'm beginning to hate you, Darkrai.
Darkrai uses black magic against Bloodhead. He causes a dark aura to surround him. He then uses shadows to strike at Bloodhead. Bloodhead raises his fists and fires bolts of energy at him. Darkrai attempts to escape. He casts a ray of darkness towards the exit. It hits a wall and he disappears.
Bye.
Where's he gone?
Darkrai's voice is heard coming from deeper within the cave.
Bye.
Uh-oh. I'm sensing a change in energy.
He must be trying to escape.
I won't fall to my knees just yet.
Fight bravely, then.
I won't disappoint you, Master.
The two chase after Darkrai for a long time. Sebastian uses his shadow clones to cast a dark aura over himself. He hides behind the shadows and moves around. He fires sharpened shadows at Darkrai. Darkrai easily dodges.
Nope.
We'll never get him if we don't use our full strength.
Then let's finish him off.
The two rush in and use all their energy to fight Darkrai. Darkrai jumps up and pushes Sebastian.
Ow!
Darkrai punches him in the face again.
Don't let him break your spirit.
I wouldn't.
Darkrai punches Sebastian.
Ooh.
Go for the punch.
Ooh.
Finish him off.
I can't.
Don't let him break your spirit. Fight!
He's...
Darkrai punches him in the face again. Sebastian groans. He collapses on the ground and lies motionless.
Worthless. Are you a super soldier or not?
Sebastian doesn't move.
Motherfucker guy's fucking dead.
Darkrai punches Sebastian again. He doesn't respond.
What a disappointment.
Darkrai turns towards Bloodhead.
You've lost your strength? I thought you were stronger than that.
My strength is not the issue.
Oh? Then what is?
My sadness. What?
What? What?
Let me read that again. Hang on. My sadness.
What?
Sadness is an emotion that weakens us. I have great sadness, but I am stronger than that. I will not let sadness get in the way of my challenge, even if it is my last challenge.
Bloodhead snaps to attention and he runs at Darkrai with all his might. Darkrai steps back and uses an electric attack on him.
No!
He collapses to the ground. Darkrai floats over to him. Bloodhead gets up and quickly jabs Darkrai in the chest. Darkrai grins and he grabs Bloodhead and throws him to the ground. He lands next to Sebastian.
How pathetic you are without your slaves. When you're alone, you're like a helpless, cornered animal.
Bloodhead slowly gets up, clutching his right arm.
Except, I am not alone.
Bloodhead turns to Sebastian and looks down at him.
I am sorry, but sacrifices have to be made.
Bloodhead plunges his right arm into Sebastian's chest and pulls out a white ball of light. Sebastian's soul. He absorbs the soul into his hand and a green glow erupts from his head underneath all the blood. He takes a fighting stance.
You just don't give up, do you?
Darkrai fires a bolt of lightning from his hand. Bloodhead nimbly dodges and rushes Darkrai. The Nightmare Tyrant swings his sword, but Bloodhead jumps over it and kicks him in the head. Darkrai stumbles backwards.
Why? Why do you insist on making others suffer? What do you gain from it?
Because conflict defines our very existence. Without it, we are nothing.
Bloodhead melts into the shadows on the ground and slides across the cave floor. Darkrai tries to cut him down as he emerges, but is struck in the arm holding his sword, causing him to drop it. Darkrai tries to flee and regain his sword, but Bloodhead tackles him to the ground.
Your dreams end here, Nightmare Tyrant.
Bloodhead pummels his opponent mercilessly with his fist. A wave of agony drowns his face in suffering. He raises his hands and fires a dark pulse to get Bloodhead off of him. Bloodhead lands and dashes towards Darkrai, who shoots a Shadow Ball. Bloodhead catches the Shadow Ball with both of his hands and throws it back at Darkrai, who flies upward to avoid the hit. Bloodhead runs and jumps at him with a Drain Punch attack, but Darkrai flies below Bloodhead and fires a dark pulse right above himself. The geyser of dark energy pushes Bloodhead upwards and pins him against the roof of the cave.
Clever maneuver.
He presses his feet against the roof of the cave.
But your magic is pitiful.
Bloodhead pushes off against the roof of the cave and jumps straight into Darkrai's attack. He punches at lightning speeds against the energy as he falls towards his opponent.
What?
I've got you now, Dark.
Bloodhead forces his way through the attack, punching all the while. Darkrai cancels the attack and tries to get out of the way, but it's too late. Bloodhead lands in front of him and delivers one final drain punch right to Darkrai's blue eye. Darkrai falls to the ground unconscious, and Bloodhead stands over Darkrai.
That was pathetic. Next time, try not to let your sadness get the better of you.
With that, he reaches into Darkrai's chest and pulls out his soul, absorbing it.
Victory is mine!
He laughs madly and dances around. Then he stops to sigh.
Sadness is a weakness that can destroy me.
He slumps over and slides down Darkrai's side. The corpse's light fades away, and soon it disappears entirely. Bloodhead has absorbed Darkrai's soul.
I have a mission to do. There aren't any more Darkrai's around here for me to absorb.
With a new sense of purpose, Bloodhead uses a device to teleport back to his spaceship. He flies through the air at tremendous speeds, and it is not long before he is back. He lands on the spaceship, which is floating in the air. The rest of the crew, including the captain, stand around nervously. It consists of both humans and Pokemon of various shapes and sizes. Bloodhead walks over to the captain and whispers something in his ear. The captain nods and follows Bloodhead off.